未来洗联储还有 HDO 洗币会别人抢着来成为国家流通的货币。接下来被国家认可、主权认可、主权流通，甚至大的这沼泽地控制的金融集团流通，它是一定会发生的。
Good evening, good morning. Welcome to episode 62 of Crypto News Talk. My name is Bindi, and today I have two guests here. Please introduce yourselves. Lily.
Hello, I'm Lily. I just had a break for about 4 weeks, and it's nice to come back and see you and join you in this program again. Thank you. Over to you.
Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. I'm Chu007.
And today we had
really nice.
quite a big delay, about 20-something minutes, because we have some technical challenges. This is, I think, the first time we had such a long delay due to technical challenges. I'm just wondering what's happening behind the scene. Wondering. Okay, whatever it is, we are going to launch straight into our topic. Today we are going to talk about Binance. Binance, the world's kind of like largest or most popular or well-known crypto exchange. Binance, our title says Binance is out of the US crypto market. Is it really? Maybe. Binance has actually cut a third of its staff. Now, if you read the fine print, it is under US regulation and regulatory investigation. Let's go on to the next page, please. Now, the next page. Again, it says its aim is to advance the transition to a pure crypto exchange while responding to US regulatory legal action. Well, does it mean that it hasn't been a pure crypto exchange? Well, we know that they're actually in cooperation with MoonPay, in partnership with MoonPay. But, you know, I haven't even heard of MoonPay until now. Next page, please. So next page, we have Binance. Just to recap where Binance came from, 2017, it was founded in Shanghai. Anything that started from China, beware, the blinking light should be flashing. Now, even though it says that the holding company is located in Cayman Islands, well, you know how it is, a lot of hanky-panky stuff had the offshore headquartered in offshore, but it nevertheless is a Shanghai origin company, which means its background has CCP written all over it. Next page, Brian Schroeder, former CEO. He was had been the president of Binance US since September 2021. Unlike other staff who were let go, the CEO actually resigned. What does it say? What does it tell us? Now, launching straight into the Binance layoffs and CEO departure. I want to first ask Lily. First question, Flower, if you can. Yes, first question. Now, if we can have asked Lily, what do you see behind Binance layoffs and CEO departure? Over to you.
Well, trouble must be on the horizon for the CEO to depart and laying off staff at the same time. Not only the CEO is departing, I believe that major executive position is also departing. A lot of compliance staff also has departed. So we have known that SEC has been pursuing them over illegal activities. So officials, sort of major officials, they do not want to take responsibility. Obviously, there are a lot of Binance is well known for not having their account KYC, so there must be a lot of illegal activities going on. They have been involved in selling unregistered securities, violating commodities law, and mishandling customer funds. So obviously, nobody wants to take responsibility facing all these charges over their career. So it's a smart move. It's time to move on.
You know, when the
and
ship is
leave
sinking, what
Binance
happens to the rats?
crumble.
Over to you, 2007.
Well, you are both of you are absolutely right. Okay, Lily. So the ship is sinking, Bindi, and then everyone should jump up the ship, isn't it? Like a Titanic. Okay. What you see that we were seeing that over the years, since the US decided not to be friendly with the Binance and with cryptocurrency, we see that the Binance has been most read, okay, news in the crypto market. You know, as we know that even Sam Bankman-Fried, FTX also have something to do with it as well. So given the history of listing of no KYC, misappropriation of clients' funds, in other words, you know, use clients' funds for something else's, okay, and without the clients know. All those kind of things which are against the regulation of SEC and CFTC, okay, SEC's rules in the US, okay, as well as in the other countries as well. We're seeing all the investigation on balances. So, and just happens early this year, the SEC and the Commodity Futures Trading Commission also sued Binance, all right? Binance in the US, and the exchange's co-founder Zhao Changpeng, we don't know still where he is, alleging operated in an illegal exchange. So illegal exchange with a license. You're just wondering, and why they have been allowed to operating in for the long. And sold unregistered securities, violating commodity laws, and mishandled customer funds. So all those things will get them probably in the jail sentences. Okay, so these are the situations, and then people run away. It's actually understandable. Okay, and then we hear that they're under a consent order signed on Saturday. Binance US has agreed to repatriate assets and hold in on behalf of the domestic customers, and also keep them under control of domestic personnel, specifically ensuring that the parent of Binance Holdings and the CEO of Zhao Changpeng do not have access to such funds. Right? And limit companies' spendings on regular business expenses as well, and still submit to expected discovery regarding the custody and security of the client's assets. And Binance personnel were also ordered not to destroy documents or otherwise relevant to the consent order, among other requirements. So back to you.
You know, Binance has been popular, pretty popular, I would say, in Southeast Asia. It was also popular among my friends, my Australian friends, until recently when Binance has been kicked out of the Australian market and they can't convert their crypto into Aussie dollars anymore. That they actually ceased using Binance. But before that, a lot of people use Binance because people don't know all this thing about, you know, money laundering and no KYC and everything else, compliance. People only look at one thing, consumers, normal consumers. They look at transaction fees. They look at transaction fees and say, hey, pretty good. Binance is cheaper than other exchanges. Yeah, let's use Binance. So it is in some countries, I would say quite a lot of countries, they still use Binance or Huobi, both of which have CCP behind them, because otherwise they can't get local currency. And for that reason, they continue to use, even though, you know, Binance is now out of US market in a way. So a lot of people are abandoning ship, but I will say the other people who are not in the not less important, I would say, I'm sure 1/3 of the people, not all of them have liabilities per se or responsibility. They may be admin staff or other technical staff who are not necessarily been targeted by investigators. They are leaving because the company has laid them off. Now we go on to the next thing. We are not got next question, Hofla. Next question we are going to ask about Binance trouble continues. Really? Is Binance trouble continues, or is this just restructuring so that they can make a bigger comeback? Over to you, Lily.
Well, I don't think it's a bigger comeback well, SEC going after Binance is obviously for a reason. It's clearing up Binance to make way for traditional, in my opinion, SEC is going after Binance and make an example out of it for its illegality and money laundering practices to make way for the traditional financial institution to get them ready for the crypto economy. That is my personal thinking. Yeah.
What about you?
Over
What
to you.
777,
So,
do you believe by clearing up the crypto market of bad actors like Binance is also a way of laying the path, opening the way for traditional financial institution to come into the crypto space? What do you think? Can't hear you. Can't hear you.
Yeah. Okay, Bindi, I can hear you. I hear what you said. Exactly. I mean, Thursday night, Friday, we've been talking about what the US really want to do. Why they do that? You know, why once they kick out the Zhao Changpeng and the balance, and then they allowed the rest of the others payment system. We see the Visa, okay, and also the PayPal, and so everyone sort of mixed together in the ecosystem with the crypto, with also the crypto world together, okay, together to trying to make the business sort of more user-friendly and merging into the maybe a W3 W.30, okay, so Web 3.0, and all that move, all the challenges we can see, and also particularly confirmed by Binance in the US was 22% of the whole market share in April, roughly. Now, you know, only 2 months later, only 0.9%. You know what's that? That's like a 25% drop. Okay, but so sorry, that's a drop down only in okay, so that dropped down 25 times, which make it a very minority player. So 0.9% from 22 significant player into a minor player. So
that
still
is so significant. Yep, an event. Yeah.
It is very significant. Yeah, so I think the US and the answer the question, the last one, which is the traditional financial groups, okay, the swamp, would they want to get into it? Definitely. So by slow down, by hunting others down, of course, they got the original crime with Binance, okay, with CCP. Nothing wrong with that. By doing that, they were allowed to nourish the timing for the space, the US. Okay, U.S. money, okay, U.S. Treasury and U.S. whatever financial system, who were the big players, were actually they will be slow and they're trying against it. Now all come into it. You can see that every week or two when we do our research for our program, we have seen a significant step have achieved by the traditional player of the financial system. So definitely we can see the intention of we not see U.S. government, the intention of that group, which is so significant, maybe so significant that determine the world financial outcomes in every physical policy as well as monetary policy, as well as how the future human society is going to be organized with the cold, the hot wallet, and as well as maybe the transitional systems we're going to use with the quantum computer and new technologies. Definitely, I think. Give them 1 or 2 months, I think they probably you will see in 2 months' time when we talk about the crypto, about who are the players, we will see the majority of the guys, the top 5 or 10 traditional financial player on the marketplace, they're now the leaders of the cryptocurrency. So guys, they're not really against it, they love it, so they just want to get you out so they can get in. Back to you.
Good. Now we want to look at, of course, our crypto king. Our crypto king or blockchain king is really Mr. Malsquaw. Now let's have Mr. Malsquaw's video, please, Fla.
人家说币安是行走的炸弹， 我说那你太看得起了，必然是共产党设置好在西方世界的金融定时炸弹，专炸那些贪婪的想当富豪的老百姓，然后就炸死那些什么淡马锡呀、新加坡啊、养老基金啊，还有像那些贪婪的在床上躺着已经都插着管子了，还梦想着再活1000年的那些老杂毛们，肯定炸死你。数字货币去掉这个政府的中心化，就这个人印了币，当任何一方接受这个币的价值和你兑换的时候，中间是没有交易费的，很低的，也没有印钞票的可能，也没有任何被偷走的可能，而且是不可逆转的、不可改变的、不可收回的、不可剥夺的，点到点的 P2P 的使用，而且是被对方认可的。所以任何一个数字货币当被更多的贸易和末端方使用的频率增加的时候，被认可的时候，它的价值就提升了。而且数字货币成本会非常低，它是去中心化的，没有中介，没有收成，没有兑水。现在所有的币安，它有什么币啊？它是拿全球的，就所有的别人的币到他所里去交易，然后你到那儿去就赌那个他那操纵的市场的波段高高低低，高高低低，那是赌场。币安、FTS、Coinbase 全都是数字货币的赌场和交易场，穿上马甲什么币都有，你根本搞不清楚你就瞎买，啊，那都得赔光，都得输光。因为拿到你那个钱的人，他没有人要他这个币，没人使用，而且你马上你卖掉以后的钱的避险机制根本没有。币安呢，他本来就是个骗子，他是个绝对犯罪集团。赵长鹏是替共产党干事儿的，谁要相信了币安说他造多少币？我从第一天，我在2、3年前就说过，任何铸币的公司，在网络上的政府叫做区块链政府。都告诉你，团队有权利造出比发行的币的3%、5%，甚至20%都是合法的。第二，绝大多数区块链的币你是不可确认，你怎么确认他发多少币呢？赵长鹏说发2000个，你怎么知道他发2000个？你告诉我，说区块链我能做，区块链的审计谁来审计？谁来发布区块链的审计标准？谁来佐证区块链的币的整个的数量？这就是咱们现在接下来我们美联储要干的事情。新中国联邦要干的事情，我们要建立所有的区块链和数字货币的新的大家共同认可的区块链政府的新规则。
Okay, we're back. Now, Mount Scott said many things. First thing first, he described the nature, the actual what goes on in the exchanges, crypto exchanges, which is to say that all the exchanges are like casinos. Binance, it can be Binance, Coinbase, FTX. What are your thoughts, Lily, as far as this comment is concerned? Why did Binance, why did Malscore make this comment that all the exchanges are just like casino? Over to you, Lily.
Well, because all the exchanges, they are set up by people that have one intention. It is to suck all the fiat currency from common people like you and me and the pension fund and trusts. And in return, they exchange, they issue the cryptocurrency that has no collateral values. So, and in the meantime, they are using our capital to manipulate the prices of this cryptocurrency, giving us a false hope that we are actually
making money.
Holding cryptocurrency of value. At the same time, all this cryptocurrency is correlated to bills of exchange. And then there's no limit to these issues, the number of coins that are being issued. So the value of this coin will get depleting as the number of these coins increases in the market and in circulation. So yes, and it's all a hype, and we are being fooled. Of course, it is, and all this while there has been no rules up until now. So it's just sort of a Wild West. It's almost like a Wild West. So when there's no rules, only the strong will survive. And unfortunately, the people in the strong, are the CCP who manipulate the market.
Yeah, isn't that interesting? True 007, Maltuo said that, people who say that Binance is a walking time bomb, he said, no, if you say that, you're actually giving them too much credit. They're actually financial time bomb planted by the CCP. How is it that, what effect does that have as far as CCP planting this financial time bomb upon the world? How is that going to impact the world? Knowing what we already know today. Over to you, Troop 007.
Well, it's a time bomb. It's very obvious. You know what happens when CCP pull money out of the Silicon Valley Bank? It just went bankrupt, and the U.S. Administration want to help to keep it not unsolvent. Still, they just let it bankrupt. Okay, so this is one example immediately when the CCP Neil Sen took the money out of it. So this is a time bomb. That Silicon Valley, the number one bank for actually digital cryptocurrency businesses, bankrupt. Okay, all the money is gone. So is that going to be good for everyone? So that bankruptcy is the result of a series of bankruptcy. That's a few months ago. Okay, so early this year. What about the rest of the time bomb? Okay, Lily mentioned is right. Lily mentioned that these crypto exchanges, when you buy and sell, you just get hyped up by the market, called the market players. Okay, so the market maker, exactly the terminology. What is the market maker? Is the guys who have more money. It's like in the casino. If the casino themselves is going to be to play with you guys, they got unlimited chips. Your chip is limited. So in the long run, all your chips will become their chips. I mean, the chip is not free, right? If you have 1 million chips, you spend 1 million to buy in it your own hard-earned cash. So you lost the chips, that means gone. Your cash is gone. Okay, so they got the chips, and you got to know. So equivalent. Same thing with cryptocurrency. Okay, when the market makers are involved, when they are big persons, especially we see what the CCP is preparing for, and all the overseas money stolen from the nation now is under the name of individuals that the normal people don't know. You can't trace back to CCP, but of course, I think Moscow would have a way to do that. However, what I'm trying to make is there's so much money flooding in the market. If you are small fish, you are not even fish, you are prawn. You're not prawn, you are just a little, cell in the water or
And
some
little anchovies.
fish shit protein.
Or maybe we're only planktons.
Little anchovies. Yeah, something like that. So in that case, what happened when the big guy opened the mouth? And you get sucked in, and when they close the mouth, the water out there, and you are remain to be a fool, gone. Okay, so this is what is a casino. I think this is a thing, but the money is so big, and the CCP probably have about I don't know, maybe a quarter of a trillion, or half of $50 trillion. This is so significant, okay? It can turn any market backwards, forwards. It can make you dead, not only dead, but negative, okay? When they use leverage, you probably you can't handle fast enough. Then what happens is not only you lost your capital, but you also owe the exchange something as well. So that happened all the time. So when that happens, you're not going to lose the money you have or you borrowed. You also lose the future with the money you don't have. You might be enslaved into since then. So this is how CCP is planning to do. And not only just that, the crypto exchange and the crypto market and the crypto factors that CCP involved become time bomb, an ecosystem of time bombs. For example, all the money lent to China for what? For property development. Now we know all the guys go bankrupt. Okay, a lot of them. And then the fake news CCP does, okay, we're going to inject some capital in, and one of these, I don't know, maybe Evergrande related, the share goes up back up to like 80%, okay, one day, right? Then after 2 days, well, it doesn't work, you see the news, and then it been down again. So if you trying to, buy and sell with them, you could no chance, okay? They're gonna determine what the price is gonna be. They're gonna determine what fake news they're gonna fabricate for you, which are leading for everyone, you just be a little bit greedy. They want to have money, they want to make more money, and the one haven't had the money want to get in the market and make it themselves a legendary. But mate, you're gonna become, if you play with this kind of thing, not only you're not gonna be legendary, you're gonna be, probably, I don't want to say, you're gonna sit in the corner and deprived of all your assets and your values, and you're probably gonna live in a life of not inspiration, but desperation for some other works that you have to do.
Okay, Lily, I want to ask you one question. Miles Gore said out of all the crypto exchanges in the world, he said that in the future, there are not going to be any exchanges, first thing. Second thing is that out of the 10,000 cryptos out there, only a handful. Handful means 5, 6, handful, that few. What determine which crypto will survive? Over to you, Lily.
Well, the first thing is integrity. Integrity must stand out. And the second quality I will look in an exchange is the issue of coin limited. Like Miles Gore say, that it's still legally exchanges are able to issue more than what they have stated in the white paper.
It's not exchanges. Anybody can issue cryptos. It's not just exchanges.
Yeah, like 3 to 5%, 3 to 5%, even 20% is acceptable. So if the coin does not has been issued for is allowed to issue more than all it allows, it's not following the white paper, and it's the integrity there. If the white paper is not followed, what trust is there for the coin? And also, it must have the one-to-one cash reserve, like what our Himalaya coin has committed to do. If the coin is not, if the cash reserve is not there, it's not, there's no backing for the coin. So that is what I will look for, the one-to-one reserve. And of course, everything else like the regulatory compliance, auditing has to be set in.
Very important. Utility as well as payment system as well. 2007, I know that you have a very, very optimistic view of how much HCN will be in the near future. Please share with us your view, please, and switch on your mic. Can't hear you. Yep.
Thank you. Thank you, Binnie. It's a great question. Okay, let me share that with you what really is going to happen. So we already know the global quality of Himalaya Exchange's ecosystem, number one. Okay, the payment system, the HPay, which is unbelievably point-to-point.
Lily, please switch off your mic, please. Lily, please switch off your mic, please.
Yeah, wait in a second. Okay, we also have that the ecosystem already been proven. So, for example, the clothes we wear called G Fashion. Okay, so we bought them through our what do you call it? Our payment system. Okay, and that's very fast. And there's tens of thousands of people bought this in the worldwide, and the payment always spot on. Okay, so and you can just this point-to-point payment system. It's unbelievable. I'm not going to go into detail, but tell you. Everyone tried it. It's the fastest way of making the payment. If you say I pay, then the other end is received instantly. So this is also, it doesn't have to be censored by anyone. So it's totally, crypto. Okay, crypto means totally. I assume it's totally private. Okay, until you're the number one hacker of a quantum computer engineering group, you won't be able to hack into it. A lot of CCP trying to hack into it in the payment, that never happened. Okay, anything else? Hack, for example, our program today, our speakers, our parameters adjustment. I mean, they do that every day, so more and more. Okay, but this payment never wrong. Okay, this is so important. This is your financial security. You pay. You want to buy your bread. You want to put petrol in your car. Anything. It's so easy. Anywhere. Okay. Anywhere. Okay. Is accepted. Can you see that point? And number two, we have our stable coin actually third-party regulated. So, I mean, now since the beginning, I assume once we got the money there and the SEC just put in a nice safe price for us. Okay, so I mean that's a good thing. The government did that. As long as they return to us, we're fine. Okay, so this is another thing. They actually absolute security. As secure as a maximum prison. Okay, so basically this is what it is. Your stable coin. If the stable coin, if the that corresponded the cash, if that been stolen, this is like most exchanges like Zhaotangpeng and so on. And that's where your customer lose money. That's where trouble started. If that integrity is upheld by the white paper and also independently kept safe for the capital you initially from fiat into it. And that's the third goodness that you have. Okay, and so far what we're talking about, and number four is the HPay's usability. So you buy food like in some farms around the world, and now in Australia, people use that to buy food. Okay, and go to the farm, buy fruit, buy prawns, right? And you go to the restaurant, they eat a meal of seafood, rice, and so on. And also you can go by traveling if you want to travel and buy tea in Taiwan. Okay, by also most expensive racing car. I forgot the model, but that was sold for euro for how many? 3 million euro, something like that. Or 3 or 4 million euro. So that transaction done is 2 years ago, okay, when the HPay first started. So we can see all kind of payment can be made, okay, as long as there's integrity and there's a rule, there's actually trust, okay. So really, to be able to join our group, you require not just traditional financial requests require you in the KYC, but you actually has to be a good person. Have to be a moral sound person. So you're not going to engage in cheating anyone, but of course you can't do that as well. So, I mean, we have a G Club. So you only qualified as a member who upholding the same belief and the same value, then what is the way to do it?
Our time is running out, 2007, because today we actually started late. So we still have to keep within the hour. So just to conclude the programs, we are going to be back next week, hopefully without a delay, and spot on at 9 o'clock Beijing time, 11 o'clock Sydney time. And of course, if you're over in New York, you're actually on a Sunday, 9 p.m. Now, next, we want to just conclude the show by showing you a small clip of GFashion, only because GFashion uses HPay, HDO, for payment. And that's one option you have if you don't want to pay with your credit card. Over to you, Flower. Thank you very much, Lily and True 777. We see you next week.
Okay. Thank you, Flower. Thank you, Bindi, Lily.
Yeah. 么熟悉的字眼，却不知不觉离我越来越遥远。曾经那个意气风发的少年，为了生存只能拼命挣钱。财富是他们画下的大饼，虚幻背后发现全都是陷阱。各种经济暴雷，房价崩得稀碎，抬起头前路一片漆黑。Welcome to the world, to the new world. Welcome to the world, yes, going to the moon. Welcome to the world, to the new world. Welcome to the world, yes, going to the moon. Yes, going to the moon. Yes, going to the moon. 安全对前沿加密技术出手，但你的财富没人能夺走。稳定币、浮动币设计天下无双，还有20%黄金挂钩，摧毁不停压榨你的机器，从此不再做金钱的奴隶。洗联储的大门永远张开向你，前途光明就在洗币。